Gardeners, this is step 6 for your alligator weave project. You are going to need your final green piece of paper that was sent home, a pencil, a scissors, and have your weave ready. We're going to use our weave just as a tool for measuring. Instead of using a pencil, I'm going to use a marker so that you can see a little bit better on the screen. The first thing we're going to do is take your green paper, flip it around this way, and fold it in half. Oh, and before I continue, have a parent or a guardian, whoever's with you right now, have them be close by and ask them if they can help you. We need some adult assistance during this step, okay, just to make sure that you're getting everything correct, okay? Turning this weave into an alligator. First thing is the fold, so from the very bottom, line it up to the top. Once it's lined up to the top, then you can push down. And what we're going to do is on this side. So I want you to turn it like this and have the fold at the bottom. On this side, we are going to line up our weave, end of our weave, line it up with the edge of the paper, and then on the other side over here, I want you to take your pencil and make a little mark about right here. And then parents, guardians at home, what would probably be the easiest is if we cut this piece off. So if you have a ruler or a straight edge or another piece of paper, like a scrap piece of paper, lining it up like this and drawing a line and then cutting this off will be the easiest for our students. We'll save this piece of paper for last. We're going to do our alligator feet using this folded piece of paper. But we're going to do the head on this side and then the tail on the other side. So sorry, having a ruler, something with a straight edge that can help you trace a nice line, or just cutting it so it looks more like a square. So let's talk about our alligator head. So that should be lined up. So what you're going to do on this side is I want you to start with your fingers on the edge, and I want you to find the middle. And then you're going to take your pencil and just make a little mark, a little tiny dot right in the middle. And I'll zoom in. And we're going to show our alligator from a bird's eye view. So pretending that we're a bird and we're swimming over or flying over a river. And you see an alligator down below in the river, somewhere down south. You'll see it from its back and the top of its head and the top of its tail. So what we're going to do now is we're going to draw a line from this dot all the way to this corner and trying to make it as straight of a line as possible. If it has a little bit of an arch, that would be cool, but kind of turning this square into a rectangle. So I'm going to start down in this corner and I'm going to make my way, actually no, start up here, make your way down to the corner. And then you're going to do it on the same thing on the other side. So starting up here, kind of looking down at that corner, that's where we want to make that line go all the way down to there. There is our alligator's head from up above. Next, you're going to turn around, and we'll cut this out shortly, but we're going to do the tail. So again, this should line up. The other end should just line right up with the paper. And we're going to do your tail. So tail is similar, except it's going to have a little bit of a curve. So what I want you to do is I want you to make a dot about let's say about right here on your page. Everyone see that little dot? And what we're going to do is we're going to make kind of a curved line, and it's going to go all the way down to this corner. Okay. And then you're going to go back to that dot and you're going to make that tail, kind of adding that inner curve and going down to the opposite corner. And there's our alligator tail. Head, tail. Okay, we'll cut those out in a moment. Next we're going to do our alligator feet. So we're going to do 4 feet, and you should have a strip about this size, but I think what we'll do is, parents, just splitting this in half. I'm just going to draw a line, kind of guesstimate, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to draw a line about right here. And then at the top, let's have our kindergartners make a W. So let's start right at the top right here. You're going to go in this corner and you're going to make a W. Just like that. And you're going to do the same thing down here. Going all the way to that line. And then you can turn it over, and parents, if you could do the same thing, drawing a line somewhere in the middle, and then again doing that W shape letter, and that'll be our alligator's feet. Okay, we're going to move on to cutting in this video, just kind of do it all at once. So let's go back to this. I'm going to have you open this page up, and just for less confusion, go ahead and cut along the crease, so then you have 2 separate pieces of paper. Now kindergartners, we're going to go ahead and cut out our alligator's head shape, so staying on that line. Your thumbs are on top. All right, keep this in a safe spot. This is scrap, so you can recycle that. So I'm going to put it over here. Then you're going to do the same thing with the tail. Staying on the black line. This curves a little bit, gets a little tricky around here, so move that paper around. This is where it gets kind of tricky. What I'm going to do, and you can do this too, here's a little trick. I'm going to go all the way ahead to, excuse my phone ringing. I'm going to go all the way ahead and skip right here. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to finish this curve very carefully. And there's my alligator tail. And then we're going to move on to the feet. So again, parents, having some help, we're going to cut this foot right on the line. So have 4 separate feet. And then, kindergartners, you can do this where you're just going to line up the tip of your scissors and you're just going to cut out those little triangles. There's 1 foot. There's 2. Three. And the last one, 4. So I'm going to take my scraps, put them off in the corner, recycle them, and these are the pieces that you should have: the head, the tail, and the 4 alligator feet. Now, if this takes you longer than a half hour, please don't feel like you have to finish all this. Your class is only a half hour long. So if it does take you longer than a half hour, then just save what you have done and finish next week, okay? Because I think this is going to take my in-person students a little bit longer, but I will keep you posted on that. So please keep these in a safe space along with your weave. And we'll be doing some gluing next and adding a little more detail to our alligators. So, all right, please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.